You're watching the JAG Report, a production of the Communication Department of Augusta University.
Hey, my name is Jenna Ingalls, and I'm a senior communications student here at Augusta University.
Hi, my name is Mary Cashin, and I am also a senior communication major here at Augusta University. And today we're going to talk about thrifting. Thrifting is something that you've seen on TikTok and all over social media as it's become more popular. And we're going to talk about what thrifting is and why people do it. So what is thrifting? Well, thrifting is basically where you go to stores like Goodwill or Salvation Army and you can buy secondhand goods that have been gently used for reasonable prices. And it has become more popular over the past year, but in the past it has had a negative association with it. Like when we were kids, when our parents would take us to Goodwill and force us to find clothes for the school year, we used to not like going to Goodwill, but nowadays we like going to Goodwill or thrift stores like that, and you can find really unique pieces that you are really proud of. So why do people thrift? Mainly because of money. Clothing items are really reasonably priced, and also because of the internet. So with fast fashion stores like Zara and H&M, they are making clothing items that are with seasons that are 52 seasons, basically. And so they come out with new styles really, really often. And so there's a lot of pressure for us to find new clothes that fit the newest trends that are coming out constantly. But with that means that you have to spend a lot of money, and people in our generation, Gen Z and millennials, they don't have the kind of money to do that, so they resort to going to thrift stores to find the latest clothes that fit the latest trends. So another reason why people go thrifting is because of social media. A lot of social media influencers post themselves wearing various different outfits, and so again there's a lot of pressure to keep up with wearing something new all the time or wearing something different, and so we go thrifting just to find kind of recreating celebrities' outfits for reasonably priced. Also, a lot of celebrities on social media are posting that they do thrift as well, and so like celebrities, we want to follow them. We also go thrifting as well. And there are also a lot of online sites that are selling gently used designer clothing or just regular clothing. Apps like Depop or websites like The RealReal have become more popular, where you can find secondhand items for reasonably priced. And then also another reason is because of the environment. Fast fashion is having a big impact on our environment, which is what Jenna is actually going to go over.
So thank you so much for sharing that, Mary. And I'm just going to go into a little bit of the environmental aspects of fast fashion and what it can do. So like she was saying, there are 52-ish fashion seasons in fast fashion. So that means companies are coming out with new styles, new clothes, new things for you to buy. And what's so bad about that? Well, these clothes aren't the best quality. So when you end up buying one blouse for a season, you're kind of buying 2 or 3 blouses. So you're paying more. But so what? So what? I like these shirts, I like these shoes, whatever. So it turns out the fast fashion industry contributes 10% of carbon emissions every year. And on top of that, it's a huge amount of water that goes into making these clothes. So the average plain white t-shirt like Mary has on, it takes 2,700 liters of water to create that. So you buy a 3-pack of t-shirts at Walmart, that's 8,100 liters of water. And that adds up to how much water an average person would drink in 7 years. So you buy these shirts for super cheap, but it also has these bigger impacts. And so if you decide you want to buy something that isn't organic cotton, you get something polyester, well it's made out of plastics. And so it doesn't break down in how a cotton t-shirt would in a landfill or in the ocean. When you burn it, it goes and contributes to the CO2 emissions, and then it can also break down into microplastics in the ocean. And that is a whole other environmental issue, but those microplastics can end up in the waters we drink and even the fish that we eat. So even though thrifting does have these style trends that we can follow, and it can be a cheaper way to get clothes. It can also be a small way that we can help save the environment. And so now we're going to kind of go into a segment of us talking about our experiences with thrifting. We don't just want to talk about it. We actually go thrifting. The outfits we're wearing, we thrifted last week. And so we just kind of want to talk about what it's like to thrift during a pandemic and just kind of the cool finds we found over the years. So how's thrifting trying to like be safe and smart in this environment?
I think it was really fun. I think that it was different because I've been thrifting kind of throughout the pandemic, but not as much. I mean, when we went to Goodwill, and I haven't been to Goodwill since before the pandemic, so I think it was different just because there are a lot of people actually in there, so you kind of want to stay a little bit more distance. And usually if I go to Goodwill, even though the clothes feel kind of like dirty because they don't wash them before they put them on the racks, I usually go try them on anyways, but I didn't want to do that, so I kind of had to rely on, you know, my instincts and kind of holding it up to myself to feel like if it fit or not. And then I found pants that
She found these really cool corduroy pants that,
and then you told me about a trick where like you put the pants, the waist of the pants around your neck, and then that's supposed to mean that it fits, and they did not fit at all. Sadly, they did not fit, and they were too big. But I mean, everything else fit pretty well. So that was the weirdest part about it. What about for you?
Yeah, it was kind of the same, just trying to find pieces I actually would wear instead of being like, oh, I've been kind of so on social media and I see these people wearing these things. They're cool. Will I actually ever wear them?
Yeah.
Probably not. But I think that's why like the Depop, Mercari, Poshmarks, those online thrifting things are so cool, especially for this time, because you can buy thrifted clothes from all over the world basically and get them shipped to your house and not have to go out and be in a pandemic.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, like especially on Depop. I remember first getting the app and I would just scroll through it, and it's just like social media. You can like something, you can save it, and then it kind of curates your feed so that you can find things that are more like you or they think that you will like. But I do kind of like finding my own things on my own. I feel like more proud of myself for finding something that I really like instead of finding something that someone else found. I like the fact that when you find something, when you're thrifting and you find something that you really, really like and is really unique, you kind of feel really proud and you're like, I found this.
Yeah, you have a unique piece. You can tell people you thrifted.
And people ask you about it and you're like, yeah, I found this. Like, you know, it's not like you're feeling kind of stingy where like you can't get this, but I just feel cool because I have something like that most people probably wouldn't be able to find easily.
Yeah,
at a cheaper price, especially. Yeah.
What we did when we went out, we kind of found these outfits on Pinterest that we wanted to recreate, and that's kind of what we did, or what I did coming in. So like everything that I'm wearing is thrifted over not just our last trip, but throughout the pandemic or even before. Like I got these shoes from they're like Target brand, but paid $5 for them. So it's like you're not putting any more stressors on the environment or the industry, but you still get to kind of have the cool trendy things that people have kind of grown out of.
And especially because 90s and 2000s is kind of in style, and that's mainly what is in Goodwill right now is 90s and 2000s stuff. So it was really easy when we went. I had the cart full of just stuff that I really liked. I was like, I like this, I like this, I like this. And I think my total, I got maybe 6 pieces, and my total was, and I got little houseware things. It was so fun to look at the houseware. I got everything for $35, and I think I got 8 pieces. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What's like your favorite thing that you've ever thrifted?
My favorite piece I've probably thrifted, it's this baby blue trench coat that it's like more 60s, 70s mod piece. It's I don't wear it often, but when I do, everyone's like, wow, I love your coat. And that's like the most fun part because it's something different, but it's enough where you're like, oh, it's mine. It's special to me. I know no one else is going to have it because all of us kind of have that. We like to be different and have that kind of hipster mindset. But we found a really cool green suede coat that I didn't end up picking up, but I really regret it now.
It's kind of like this one, but just a little different.
A little more casual, yeah. And you were telling me something when we went thrifting. You found like a designer tracksuit.
Oh yeah, one time I found like my friends and I were thrifting just for a Spirit Week, and we found a Dior tracksuit, and it was same price as anything else. I think it was $5 or something, and it was probably from the 80s. But nobody, I mean, my friend saw it and I was like, I want it. She's like, it's mine. And she took it. But yeah, I mean, you can find anything like that. I've found like Prada pants before. I mean, I found designer stuff really nice that would normally be hundreds of dollars.
Just gotta make the time to kind of go out and do it, because it does take a lot of time to try and find.
It does. That's
pieces.
The big sacrifice about thrifting is it takes a lot of time. I think that's why some people are not as interested in doing it, is because it takes so much time to find.
The convenience of fast fashion.
Yeah, it's really convenient. Yeah, exactly.
This wall hanging for my room, and then this super cute button down for $4.85. And you don't just need to buy clothes at Goodwill, you can buy a little bit of everything. Today I picked up this cute little cropped shirt with a little button up, and then I picked up this nice little sweater, same color, if I can get it, all for $2.14.
Thank you for being with us today as we're talking about thrifting and how it's cost-friendly, good for the environment, and it's also a way for you to find trendy clothes.
Yeah, and if you find something super cool and love to share it, we'd love to see it on the AUCOM Instagram page, so just leave us a comment and have a great one.